Hi, Pamela Slim here with another Power Boost marketing tip. And today I want to talk to you about results. Why it is so important to understand the results that you're providing for clients and why it's so important to share those results so that people have more confidence in what it is that you are delivering to them. In modern day marketing now on the internet, it is actually quite easy to put together a very persuasive sales page that hits all the right triggers and covers the right kind of words to get people to whip out their credit card in a zombie-like state and want to sign up for what you're doing. I know I've probably been in that case before where I'm like, I don't even need this thing, but somehow I feel like I have to have it because there are ways that you can just be very effective and persuasive using web copy. To me, as a business coach who's been working in this area for a long time, there's a big difference between being able to get a short-term sale, getting people to whip out their credit cards, and actually delivering very significant long-term results. I think the kind of clients that you want to have, the kind of work that you want to do in the world, is based on really, really doing excellent work that you can really stand behind, and then will create a kind of natural momentum and word of mouth and buzz about what it is that you do. So some of the specific examples of results, if I can share some that I'm really, really proud of, are things for me like getting a phone call from Willie Jackson, who was standing at the train station after being told by Seth Godin that he was hired to work as Chief Technology Officer for the Domino Project. I met Willie when he was an amazing, powerful 25-year-old that attended my workshop in Atlanta when I did my Escape from Cubicle Nation book tour. And at that time, he was working as a consultant and really not happy, not feeling fulfilled. And so watching the progression based on hard work that Willie did, getting himself to a position where he was able to do amazing work in a very, very competitive arena, beating out hundreds and hundreds of people that wanted that same opportunity, is a result that I'm very, very proud to stand behind when it comes to Willie. I got an email last week from a client that I worked with who just quit his job, and he said 2 days after he quit, he was making 113% of his salary. He had been somebody who had been totally following the advice I give every day, which is to have a side hustle on the side of your day job. He did that for a good amount of time. He really built up an excellent reputation. And then he negotiated some really wonderful retainer clients. So as he said, 2 days after quitting his job, he was making 113% of his salary with a lot more flexibility. I got an email yesterday from Cheryl Dolan, who is somebody very near and dear to me, and she was a coaching client. She also attended Liftoff, and she had delivered a workshop to students who were in a joint program with MIT and Harvard that was based on her amazing communication and leadership workshop. And the students were raving about it, and they were saying what an amazing experience it was and how significant it was and what a great job she did. In the case of Cheryl, I really felt almost like a grandma pride, where first of all, I was so thrilled to see her delivering her excellent, excellent quality in an environment that's also very competitive for people who tend to really weigh heavily, the kind of people who they give good feedback to. And she also was experiencing as a service provider what it feels like to get that kind of fantastic feedback from her clients who were telling her what a significant difference that her work made. So these particular kind of results need to be articulated to the market so people know that you are more than somebody who can write a fancy sales page. And the kinds of things that you want to be tracking are threefold. So first of all, you do want to establish some kind of a baseline before you work with people to make sure that they know where it is that they're starting. What are the particular things that you're working with them on? And how is it that you can track progress based on your time working together? So make sure that you set a baseline based on their goals. When you finish the engagement, that's really where you want to track it and see what kind of progress did they make. Now, there are 5 particular kinds of value that you want to look at that I think the market responds to really well. The first is return on investment. So when people give you their money, they really want to make it back in terms of, profit. It is a return on investment when people invest with you in a program. I had Lori Foley, who is a client that participated in a number of programs, did my Ethical Selling That Works. And she told me that after she completed the program and implemented it, she made 40 times her investment back for what she paid for that teleclass. And that made me really happy. It was very concrete. She noticed it. She tracked where she started, the changes that she made, and it was a very specific outcome. Those kinds of results speak very, very strongly to the market. The other thing is time. Can you help somebody to save time, to reduce time to market, to get something done quicker that's going to give them a competitive advantage? That really makes a lot of difference. Can you help people to reduce risk? I know when people are starting businesses, for those of you who might be coaching people around that like I do, risk is a huge factor that people really worry about, and where you can demonstrate that you reduce the risk of people quitting their job and going out on their own, kind of like in the example that I gave before with my client, that's really going to be significant for them. Brand, how is it that you can really help to impact somebody's brand and to help them get exposure? I remember the first time I had provided a lead to a journalist that got one of my clients on the front page of the money section of USA Today. And that is very, very exciting to be doing those kind of brand building activities. The other thing that you want to focus on is motivational direction. So can you help somebody really move away from pain or toward pleasure? The kind of language you use in your marketing is really, really important, because people generally are drawn towards one of those two arenas. Either they want to avoid not making a whole bunch of money, or they get really excited at building a strong, healthy financial future. So beware of the kind of language that you use, and probably have a mix of both towards and away kinds of language in your marketing information and language. So it is very important to be sharing results with people. And sometimes what can happen if you're brand new in the field is you might say, okay, well, great, Pam, you've been doing this for 6 years. It's fantastic you have those examples, but I'm brand new. I don't even have a client yet. And that actually was exactly where I was when I started Escape from Cubicle Nation. I had done a successful consulting practice, but I had never worked with somebody from beginning to end to leave their corporate job to start a business. So in that case, the results that I talked about were my own results, because I did quit my corporate job and start a successful practice. So that was really what I talked about at first. And those are the kinds of things you want to focus on. Where have you demonstrated expertise in the past? Maybe you built an amazing career. Maybe you delivered tremendous results inside as an employee to a company. And those are the kind of things that you want to stand on. And then as soon as you do work with somebody and get those results, track them and share them. The ways you want to share them are in things like testimonials that let people know that real people have participated in your programs and gotten real results. You can also share them in live talks. You can share them in blog posts. I love to feature my Side Hustle and Flow clients and participants on my blog, because that really demonstrates to people that real people are taking the kind of information that I'm sharing and having a real result. So I encourage you to pay attention to it. When you're in the market for investing your own money, notice who actually does deliver results and doesn't just deliver a persuasive and stunning sales page, because there has to be substance behind it. Most importantly, for you as a business owner to feel really, really proud of the work that you do. So enjoy, track your results, share them as proudly as I do with my own clients, because they truly, truly make me proud of the work that I do and give me a lot of encouragement and enthusiasm to keep going. Thanks so much.